welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome to my Seasonathon Academy TBR video. Today I will be discussing all of the books I plan on reading for this round of Seasonathon, which is of course Seasonathon Academy. It does take place all the way through September, so September 1st through September 30th. It is co-hosted by myself, Mel, from Completely Melanie, and Clint from Reads Readers. So of course I will leave the announcement videos and their channels down below if you haven't already watched the announcement videos and don't know how this readathon works, or if you just want to go and show them some love and support. Feel free to go watch those videos and check out their channel. But today I'm just going to be talking about my TBR. If you want to learn more details in regards to live shows, anything like that, I will leave the announcement videos down in the description box below, as well as all the information that you need down there as well. So today I'm just going to be talking about the 5 books that I plan on reading for this readathon, and then I'm going to share a couple of the extracurriculars that I could get if I read other books that are on my TBR. But I want to keep this short and sweet, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So the very first required course is English 1010, and for that is to read any book you want. And I chose The Sunbury Trials by Aiden Thomas. This is our group book, and we do have a author live show with Aiden Thomas at the end of this month on the 24th of September. So obviously I need to get this read, and it's a perfect place to slot this in. So I'm very excited to be reading this one. This is a mythology-based fantasy. I believe it's Mexican mythology. And it just sounds like it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I've heard nothing but good things so far about the early arcs that have come out. So hopefully I can get to it and I have to get to it. And hopefully I absolutely love it. The second required course is Math 1010, and that is to read a book that ends in the combined numbers of your birthday to get one number. My number was 8, and for that I'm going to be reading Lore Olympus Volume 2. This doesn't have page numbers in the actual book. However, on Goodreads it does say that this ends in an 8, so I'm trusting Goodreads to pick this for me. This is one that's already on my previous TBR, so it's perfect. It slots in very well, and it's one that I'm very, very excited for. This also could have worked for the mythology prompt, but alas, here we are. Then I had to choose one of the Fine Arts and Humanities under the Historical Understanding subcategory. I chose History 1011, and for that I chose A Company of Fiends. This is by Catherine Moon. This is the second book in the Lady of Rooksgrave Manor series. I don't know the exact date of when this is set, but it is definitely set in the past, so it definitely works for this particular prompt. That being said, I didn't absolutely love the first book in this series, so I'm hoping that I like book 2 more. And from what Caitlin, my friend over at the Lit Review, just said to me recently in a comment, that there's possibly a 3rd book in this series, so hopefully I like book 2 so I can continue on to book 3, but we shall see, cross our fingers. And then the course that I picked for the Thoughts, Beliefs, and Values subcategory was Classical 3960, and that is to read a book that is based on mythology. And for that I chose Wicked Beauty by Katie Robert. This is retellings of different Greek mythological beings. So this one follows Achilles, Patroclus, and Helen of Troy. So one that I'm very, very excited for. This is going to be the 3rd book in the series, and I will be caught up. So if I can get to this one, this will be great. I did love books 1 and 2 in this series, so I'm very, very excited for book 3. In my final required course, I picked Foreign Language 1010, and that is to read a book that is set in another country other than your own. And for that, I chose The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X. Arpan. This one is set in Thailand for some of the books, since the main character is traveling there after the death of her mother. So I figured this was a perfect one to pick since it was already on my TBR as well. I'm really excited for this one. I do own another one of this author's books on my shelves, so hopefully I can get around to this one and love it, and then move on to the fantasy I believe that is on my shelves. So we'll see. So these are my 5 required reads, including The Sunbury Trials and A Company of Fiends. Those are the 5 books that I will have to read in order to complete this semester of Seasonathon Academy and working towards getting my bachelor's in reading. So hopefully I can get around to all of them. This isn't really a super hard readathon, although I did pick some chunky books to fulfill my promise, but I am really excited for all of them. But I'm going to quickly go over some of the books that I could read in order to get some extracurriculars to help me in next semesters of Seasonathon Academy. So I have 2 books that are currently on my TBR that can fit for History 2820, and that is to read a book by an Asian author, so either one of these would count as extracurricular. I'm also reading Blockshot by Kennedy Ryan, and that could fit for Philosophy 2260, and that is to read a book involving a sport. For Philosophy 2010, it is to read a book involving good and evil. I can definitely count V.E. Schwab's Extraordinaries, since that series is based off good and evil. Really, for any of the books that I read that I didn't already include in this TBR for extracurriculars, I could fulfill Communications 2020, and that is to read an ebook or listen to an audiobook. and I always do that, so that's perfect. I could also fulfill Philosophy 1110, and that is to read a book that involves a mystery, and I'm going to be reading The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And finally, I can also get a extracurricular in Philosophy 2210, and that is to read a book that involves making tough choices, and I'm going to be reading Heatwave by TJ Klune, and I feel like this entire series is kind of filled with these characters making tough choices, so I feel like it totally works for that. So those are ones that I could use for extracurriculars if I want to, or if I don't get to these ones and I want to fulfill it with something else, I can definitely do that as well. So that is my tentative TBR for Seasonathon Academy. Hopefully I can get to all the books that I want to. Feel free to let me know down below if you are also going to be participating in this readathon and what you plan on reading. I will leave everything you need down in the description box below. I love you all very much. I'm very, very excited for the month of September, and I hope that you guys are happy to join along with us. That is the end of this video. I really, really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And of course, leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Next, baby, turn it down like a sweet and ready. Go slow, keep it nice and steady.